This video explains about Mode 2 timer programming of 8051 microcontroller. As I have already gone through timer bar counter programming and Mode 1 operations of timer. As you all know, Mode 2 is an 8-bit timer mode. 8-bit means it can access values ranges from 00 to FFH. Then where is these values are loaded? These values can be loaded either of the timers register TH and TL. As you all know, timers are of 16-bit. Timers are classified into two types, timer 0 and timer 1. Each timer is of 16-bit. As 8051 is of 8-bit microcontroller, these timers, timer 0 and timer 1 are again subdivided into two 8-bit timers, timer low and timer high. So, this mode 2 is an 8-bit timer mode. So, these values, that is 00 to FFH, can be loaded into timers register TH. After TH is loaded with the 8-bit value, 8051 gives a copy of it to TL. That means TH and TL will be having the original value. Now the values are loaded. After values are loaded, timer has to be started. Timer can be started by using the instruction setp tr0 for timer 0 and setp tr1 for timer 1. After this timer is started, it starts counting up. That means it counts up from its initial value until it reaches its maximum value FFH. Whenever it rolls over from FFH to 00H, it sets high the timer flag. That is, timer flag value becomes 1. When the TL register rolls from FFH to 00 and this timer flag is set to 1, this timer low, that is TL, is reloaded automatically with the original value kept by the TH register. To repeat the process, we have to clear the TF flag, that is TF flag value becomes 0 and let it go without any need by the programmer to reload the original value. As you all know, mode 2 is an auto reload mode. So we don't want to reload TH and TL again. It will do by the timer itself. Mode 2 is an 8-bit timer and it has an auto reloading capability. In auto reload, if we are loaded value, that is, if we are loaded the initial count value to TH, it will give a copy of it to TL. This reloading will leave TH unchanged, still holding a copy of the original value. This can be used in many applications such as setting baud rate in serial communication, etc. This is the diagram showing mode 2 programming. As you all know, crystal oscillator frequency of 8051 microcontroller is a standard one and it is kept as 11.0592 MHz. This crystal oscillator frequency divided by 12 will give you the timer frequency as 921 kHz. T-mode is used for setting count row timer operation. In T-mode, if the bit C bar T bar is kept as 0, it will act as a timer. So, as you all know, it is an 8-bit timer mode. It has to be started by using the timer run control bit. This timer run control bit you can see in TCON register bits. After this timer is started, values have to be loaded. Values can be loaded into timer register TH. If value is loaded into TH, it gives a copy of it to TL. After this, we have to start the timer by using the instruction setp tr0 for timer 0 and setp tr1 for timer 1. Timer starts counting up. It counts from its initial value until it reaches its final value FFH whenever it rolls over from FFH to 00H, this timer flag raised to 1. That is TF cos I when FFH value becomes 00. This diagram explains the mode 2 programming operation of the timer. Then, steps to program in mode 2. As we have already seen in mode 1, we have to load the TMOD register first. So, we have to load the TMOD register indicating which timer is to be used. We can use two timers, either timer 0 or timer 1. You can select either timer 0 or timer 1. And you can also select the timer mode. Here you have to select mode 2. Mode 2 means in TMOD register M1 and M0 kept it as M1 as 1 and M0 as 0. Then you have to load the TH register with the initial count value. First you have to find out the initial count value. If initial count value is given, then you can load it directly into TH register. Then if TH register is loaded with this initial count value, it automatically gives a copy of it to TL since it is an auto reload mode capability. Then you can start the timer. We can start the timer by using the instruction set B TR0 for timer 0 and set B TR1 for timer 1. Then timer starts to count up. It counts from its initial value until it reaches its final value. So you have to monitor the timer flag with the instruction JNB TFX, target instruction to see whether it is raised. If it is raised, you have to go out of the loop. Then you have to clear the TF flag for next round operation. Then you have to again go back to this step 4 only since mode 2 is auto reloaded. We didn't want to reload the values again. Since it is an auto reload mode, this timer itself will reload the value into TH and TL. So we have to keep monitor this timer flag only. Then we can see a program for this mode of operation. Assuming that crystal oscillator frequency equal to 11.0592 MHz. Find the frequency of the square wave generated on pin P1.0 for this program. Program is already given. You have to find out the frequency of the square wave generated. So, first TMOD register has to be loaded. Here move TMOD, #20. 20 can be denoted as 0010 0000. So since this 0010 occurs as higher bits, we have selected timer 1. So you can use TH1, TR1, TF1, etc. for this program. Then I am loading initial count value as #5 into TH1. Then we can start the timer by using the instruction set B TR1. It counts from its initial value until it reaches its final value FFH. Then whenever it rolls over from FFH to 00H, this timer overflow flag is raised. So you have to check whether this flag is raised or not by using the instruction JNB TF1, back. Until this instruction, that means jump on non-bit. If there is no bit, it may stay here. If a bit are raised, it may go out of the loop. Then since it is a square wave, we have to create upper portion as well as lower portion. So you have to use this instruction CPL P1.0. Since we want to create square wave at this pin, port 1, 0th pin, you have to use this instruction CPL P1.0 for complementing upper and lower portion. Then since this TF flag is raised, we have to clear this TF flag for next round of operation. Then you have to go back into this step only because this mode 2 is an auto reload mode. It will reload values automatically. Then In this program, we want to find frequency of the square wave generator. We can see how we can find the frequency of square wave generator. Here, mode 2 is an 8-bit timer mode. 8-bit means it can access values ranges from 00 to FFH. So, FFH is an hexadecimal value. Corresponding to this FFH, the decimal value is 256. So, its maximum value 256 minus n. N means count, initial count value into 1.085 microsecond in decimal will give you your time delay. So, I am putting values 256 minus 0.5. 0.5 is my initial value into 1.085 microsecond. So, I got it as 272.33 microsecond. Since this square wave period is of 50% duty cycle, we have to get the period t as twice its value. So, t is equal to time period is equal to 2 into this value, which will give you 544.67 microsecond. Since frequency is the inverse of time period, f is equal to 1 by t. By applying this equation, I got the frequency as 1.8 kilohertz. Okay, thank you.